My name is Andrew Wilkes, and I am a 22-year-old entrepreneur doing high five figures a month with his online coaching business. And this isn't an ad, this isn't anything. This is a YouTube video more about mindset and lifestyle, and it does correlate into business. So if you're starting a business, I recommend you watch it. Or if you just want to become a younger man and you're losing hope, or you feel like you're losing purpose or anything like that, I just want to walk you through this. I made a little, not slideshow, but I made a little Miro board. Very businessy, but it's not really that businessy. It's just kind of more about the life that I've lived, and I hope I've had some ups and downs in my life. I'm not even going to share all of it. I'm going to talk about a lot of it, but I didn't show pictures or videos from a lot of it because there are darker parts, and there are some darker videos, there are some darker photos, but I don't really want to show too much, which if you know me, there is a lot that has happened and gone on in my life, and I want to kind of share a lot of wisdom with you guys, younger or older, just men in general, or women, men or women. If you're losing hope and you feel like you're hopeless, watch this video, because this video is going to kind of hopefully help you a lot with feeling lost and feeling like you're not going anywhere with your life, and you feel like you're worthless, or you have nothing going for you. This is going to be more of a story of exactly what happened with my life and how I went down the path of getting to where I am as a man, as a brother, as a friend, as a businessman, as a leader, and a man of God. And it's going to get pretty personal. I'm going to share quite a bit about myself. But yeah, so I kind of want you to stick around and kind of take a listen, because it's going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be. It might be like 20 minutes, but it's going to shed some light on maybe some of the struggles and stuff that you've been going through. So let's just get right into it. Okay. So this is me. This is me right here. This is Andrew Wilkes, the 22-year-old entrepreneur. Honestly, if you're watching this video, I'm probably living what you would call the dream life, right? But you know, this is what you see online. We bought the dream car at 21, right? We're doing high five-figure months with our business. We're traveling the world. We got jacked. We're a pretty big dude. It's what you would call like the dream life, right? But here is what you didn't see. You guys didn't online. You guys didn't see the skinny, depressed. Like, look at this, bro. You guys didn't see the skinny, depressed, broke. I was suicidal. I've had struggles with that my entire life, and I've self-worth issues. I felt like nobody ever loved me or anybody ever liked me. I was very woe is me, and I wasn't even depressed. I was more angry at life. I tried to kill myself multiple times, and I was lost. This is around the time I started finding myself again, because I was in a relationship. That relationship lasted 6 years. We are no longer together. Again, that was another very big struggle in my life for quite a while. But yeah, bro, I was broke, skinny, depressed, and where did that take me, dude? How did I get from this kid to the man you see today? Okay, so the how. I'll tell you how. I got to where I am through failure, through multiple failures, right? I was lost, depressed, suicidal, felt like my life was going nowhere, felt like I was worthless, felt like nothing ever worked for me. Like, it felt like I was always picked second with everything I ever did. I was never the first one picked. I was never the best friend to anybody. I was never the best at something, right? I was always on the cusp of being really good at something and fucking failing every single time in my life, no matter what I did. So I was lost, and I was coping. I was coping with drugs, with porn, with drinking, like alcohol, like partying, and I didn't stop that until I got in my relationship, and thank God I got in that relationship, even though there were flaws. It brought me closer to being a man of God, and brought me closer to God, because I realized I wanted to be a father one day, and it made me kind of do the hypothetical like lock-in scenario, right? And what was my step one? What was my step one from going from this guy to that guy, right? After all these failures, after everything, and after being this suicidal kid, what was my step one? I felt lost. I felt helpless. And I finally let go. I let go. I had one night where I was really mad, and I was really not doing good. And I found God. It changed my life. I found my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I started reading the Bible. I started listening to Christian audios and music, and I started at this time I still wasn't going to church, but I was doing all the godly things, and I wouldn't even consider myself a Christian. I just consider myself a man of God who follows Christ and follows the Bible and follows God to its fullest, and just tries to be the best man I can be, even when I come short. And that's what God taught me. That's what Jesus taught me. Was when I'm short, everything's going to be okay. When I'm not strong enough, he is. And everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. So I stopped trying to do it on my own. And I started getting into daily meditations and prayer. And from there, I started becoming more of a man. And I thought my job as a man was to get into construction, because I'm a Canadian, and that's basically all we got here is construction. So I got into that, and I was miserable with the job, but I wasn't miserable with life anymore. I was putting in my AirPods, and I was working, and I was putting up these windows, and I wasn't miserable with life anymore. I was kind of content. I was at peace. I was listening to my country music and putting in these windows and framing houses, and I was like, yeah, this isn't the best life, but I'm alive, and I'm in a beautiful world, and I'm following God, and things are going to work out. Things are going to work out, right? Every single thing in my life, good or bad, no matter what happens, the one thing I always come back to is just saying, let it be, amen. Tat it on my hand. And step 2 from there was my self-improvement journey. I started doing self-improvement. I was doing MMA a lot of my life. If you know that story, you know that story. But I was doing MMA a lot of my life, and I got back into it. This picture means a lot to me because it represents me when I was at the most focused point of my life, when I had nothing but a dream to be a UFC champion, right? And I was training every day, and I was working my ass off, and all I wanted to do was fight. All I wanted to do was win and be a champion one day. And from there, it made me a lot more manly, to be honest. Fighting, I recommend it to all men. My editor, he's staying with me. He's from Germany. We're getting him into MMA. My assistant got into MMA. Everybody, all my friends are into MMA. All my hometown kids, guys I grew up with. We all train. It's the biggest base point of everything in our life is MMA, is fighting and becoming a man and being disciplined. And fighting brought me into the self-improvement side of fighting, brought me into discipline. Brought me into wanting to be a better version of myself, watching things like Conor McGregor and John Jones talking about basically self-worth and the confidence aspect of everything. It brought me into reading things it's my buddy Rain. Rain helped me a lot. He doesn't even know it, but that man saved my life for sure with fighting, with training. And he's one of the top jiu-jitsu competitors in all of North America. He's probably one of the best martial artists I've ever met. And when we were both really low, and we saved each other through training and discipline. And same with my buddy Luke here. My vice was weed, was smoking, and his was drinking. And our life, we grew up training together, and then there was a few years there where our lives were falling apart with drugs and alcohol and partying and just trying to run away, and suicidal thoughts. He had family issues, I had family issues, and we were running away from it. Fighting and training together is something we started doing again. It brought us back to being men. It brought us back to being disciplined, and it brought us closer to God. Weirdly enough, it brought us closer to God. From there, I started reading books like The Compound Effect, The Way of the Superior Man. Here, let me grab them. There we go. So it brought me into reading a lot on philosophy and mindset. And from there, these 3 books helped me a lot. It was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, The Way of the Superior Man. can't say his last name, but by David. And a lot of people know this one, Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. They brought me big into being, obviously my Bible as well, but they brought me big into being like kind of a very disciplined stoic man, which in business is very essential. From here, we were able to go down the path of step 4, which was my mindset. The reason Conor McGregor is there is because he'll never know it, but Conor McGregor was one of the people that, like, honestly, like, his mindset changed my life. It saved my life. I got to a point in my life where I was walking around just going, I'm the champ. I'm the best. I am the best. I am the strongest. I am the fastest. I am the smartest. I am the best. I am the most handsome. I'm so good at whatever I put my mind to. That manifestation of I am, and then the man I wanted to be. It changed my life. It made me who I am now. It made me get to this point where I am now. It's all in the mind. What you say is what you become. You'll hear it thousands of times. It's what you say is who you become. So books like Think and Grow Rich and Mastery by Robert Greene, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and then of course I have it here as well. Mastery, thick book, Mastery by Robert Greene, right here. Have changed my life entirely. That, my Bible. The Bible is the ultimate self-help book. But I started getting into manifestation. And I started I was in this 2003 rusted out Jeep my grandfather gave me. My ex-girlfriend, her feet couldn't touch the floor because the floorboards were rotten out. And dude, I would close my eyes in that car and I'd picture myself in the car I'm in now, a C63S. And that was my dream car. And I would picture myself in that, and I could hear it. I could feel it. I could smell the leather. I could feel the AC on my face. I could hear the music I would play. I was there, and I would manifest that every single day of my life. And from there, that led me into step 5, lifting. We got jacked, boys. We did it. I went from this skinny little insecure kid. This was, no one's gonna believe me, but this is me at 18, 19, maybe 18. Right here is me at 22. Lifting, the combination of God, lifting, manifestation, my mindset, all of these so far, they changed my life. Just those small 5 steps have changed my life in every single way. Lifting actually led into my first ever business, which I'll get into. So step 6, I got into sales. So from there, I had the confidence, I had the mindset. I was a dog. I got into sales. I watched Wolf of Wall Street one time, and that's what took me from construction to sales. Was I saw that lifestyle. I saw all these people online. I was like, I remember there was this one day I was on the construction site, and I wish I had the video because I recorded it, but I lost that phone. And I recorded it, and it was me telling myself, future Andrew, you are worth more. We are worth more. We can do more than this, right? And there's nothing wrong with the construction route, the traditional route. We need men to build houses. We do. We need men to, be doctors and lawyers and build houses and build pipelines and sewage and all that stuff. We need that. And if that's your path, that's your path. But I still want you to push towards self-improvement and self-development, because you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve the feeling of looking in the mirror every morning going, I'm the shit. Especially if you're coming from the same, pop that in. Especially if you're coming from the same point of me when you were this depressed, suicidal kid who was doing drugs all the time. You deserve this. You deserve the life of money aside, being able to look at yourself and being, gosh darn, God made this. God made this. He made me, and I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to become this. This is me now. I'm the best. Wow. Every man deserves that moment when you grab your nuts and you go, wow. I've become everything I said I would. That's the best moment for me, is when I was able to look in the mirror one day and I thought back to when I was that little kid. I'm gonna get emotional, but I broke down and fuck, bro, I broke down in fucking tears. because I was able to look in the mirror, bro. And I was able to look in that mirror. And I was able to see myself for the first time and be proud. I was able to genuinely look at myself and go, we did it. God did it. We made it through, you know? And bro, all those years of my friends and family dying and people doubting me and people telling me I was worthless my whole life. And I told myself I was worthless my whole life. I believed it. You know, I believed it. And I had one day where I was looking in the mirror and I was able to go, wow. I did it. When I bought my new car, I was able to look at my mom and I let her drive it. And I was like, oh, fuck, bro. I'm telling you right now, all the fucking pain that you are going through right now, all that pain that you're going through right now, man, all that pain and suffering and hard work and late nights, and it's all fucking worth it. It's all worth it when you see your mom driving that car that you worked your ass off to buy, and she believed in you the whole time, even when you didn't, when nobody believed in you. There's no fucking feeling like it, dude. You owe it to yourself to see that business through, to see that version of yourself through, to push through and really see the difference in who you can become, and look at yourself one day and go, wow, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of who I've become. Because as a man, dude, that's all we want to be. So we want to be proud of ourselves. I want to be able to look up at God and go, he's proud of me and I know it. My father can hug me and go, I'm proud of you, son. Because there were years he couldn't. There were years he couldn't. There were years he probably couldn't look me in the eye. There's years I couldn't even look in my own mirror. There was a point in my life where I couldn't have mirrors in my house because I hated what I saw looking back. So, push through. Push through. Because when your mom's driving that car that you've been telling her for the last 5 years that you're going to have, and she's driving it with a smile on her face, popping the engine, and you're in the passenger seat watching your mom drive your car. Bro. You're going to realize how much worth was in those late nights, in those grinds, and those tears and blood and all that suffering. It was worth it. It was worth it, dude. Every fucking time, every ounce of it was worth it. So if you feel alone, if you feel like you're not going to get through, look to God. Grab your nuts. Put your chest out. Go take a shower. Go on that run. Lift some weights. Work on your business. Work on yourself. Because that one day is going to make it all worth it. So, sales. We'll get back to that. So, after sales, the Wolf of Wall Street and Alex Hormozy and all these people on the internet, it showed me that I was worth more and I could do more with the mindset and the physique and everything that I built. Like the discipline, the mindset, all of it showed me that I could do more. And I decided to go into sales. And look at the difference in me, bro. Look at that. Like versus when I got into sales and I started loving myself, like I became a man. I became one of them. I became the person I've always wanted to look at. And then guess what? It's called skill stacking. I was able to stack all the skills I got from all those hard times and all those things I pushed through. I was able to stack those skills and take the sales, and I started my own company. It started as a fitness coaching company where I was basically helping people. I was a fitness coach. I was online, and as silly as it sounds, I was an online fitness coach, and I helped people build their dream life and their physique because I documented it all online. The hardest parts of my life, I documented every ounce of it online, showed the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, all of it. And day in and day out for 75 days straight, I documented it on my Instagram and my YouTube and posted it shamelessly. Even as embarrassed as I was of some of the stuff, I posted it, and I impacted a lot of people. Those people reached out to me, and I reached out to them, and we had great conversations. And it went from me not even wanting to, make money from it. At first, it wasn't even something to make money from. It was just I wanted to help people get out of the hole that I was in. Right? And I was dead broke, and I started and took my physique, my mindset, and all my skills, and I started my company, and it started going well. And honestly, it was pretty slow for the first little bit. And then all of a sudden, we hit a 12K weekend. I moved to Miami with $500 Canadian to my name. So that's like 800 Canadian, so that's 500 USD to my name. I moved out to Miami on credit. My mom gave me a little bit of cash to help out because she was scared I was going to die. And I started my company, moved out there, hit a 12K weekend in like my second month in the business, and from there it's just been going up. And then we help online fitness coaches who want to do the same thing that I was able to do with my coaching business. We help them do the same thing. But the thing is, it all starts with being that skinny, depressed, broke kid who felt lost, felt like he was worthless. It all starts there. But from there, if you want to go from that to this, all it takes is realizing you're here and you don't want to be there anymore. And realizing that the failures aren't what define you. It's how you get up from the failures. Right? When you're a failure, you go, and you're not a perfect man, you go to the one perfect man, and that's God. Okay? So if I can leave you with anything from this video, you're not worthless. You're not hopeless. The world's not going to end just because you had a bad day or a bad year or a bad couple 10 years. Your life's not over. Nothing's going to kill you. Push through. Be a better man. Become the best man you can be. Follow God. Chase that business. Chase that passion. Improve yourself because you deserve it. Take care of yourself because you deserve it. And just one day at a time, you're not hopeless. You're not worthless. You're not worthless. You can figure it out too, right? If I did it, dude, I teach people how to do it every single day. When I was a fitness coach, I was taking broken people and helping them become somebody that they could look at and be proud of. And now those people who have already taken themselves out of those holes as well, now I help people start businesses from it. And now a lot of people have self-worth issues with their money, and now I help them get over that by making money from it. And this isn't an ad, this isn't anything like that. I just want to say, like, find what you're good at. And if you think you're not good at anything, find what you like to do. You like to do it for a reason. Do it a lot. It's your passion. It's your calling. Follow that. And put your all into it, because you would rather fail doing something you love than never try at all. If you can get fired from a job that you don't like, that means you can fail at something that's supposed to be safe and easy. So why don't you fail at what you want to do? Try your hardest, and if you fail, at least you failed doing something hard, doing something you love to do, and doing something you actually want to do with your life, rather than failing at something you don't ever want to do. Go all in. My name's Andrew Wilkes. I love you. God loves you. Peace.